Hi everyone, Cindy Lewis here from CL Performance Training. I just was finishing a run, and while I was out there running, I was thinking about tapering and how you actually feel during a taper versus how you think you're going to feel during a taper. And then on my drive home from that run, I had a couple of calls with athletes who are racing Ironman Ottawa together with me next weekend, and talking about just that, how they feel now, how they should expect to feel as we head into next weekend, which is race weekend. And it's kind of funny because when you're putting in hours and hours and hours, like upwards of 18, 20, 22, 25 hours of training a week, you're exhausted. But you still hammer through every day. And then you see taper on your calendar and you think, man, I can't wait for that taper. I'm going to feel amazing. I'm going to have so much time. I'm going to be able to do some of those things that I've put off for this last bunch of weeks and months. And then you get to that taper and you actually often just feel exhausted, at least at the start of it. I know for myself, I just have been so tired. I'm doing about half or less than that of the training volume of a couple of weeks ago, but I just feel like I need to sleep so much more, need to eat so much more. And just, I'm just wearing thin. Things in my body are starting to break down that have been doing great. That haven't been bothering me at all in the past chunk of weeks and months. Suddenly there's a knee pain, there's a back pain, there's this and that. And it's just the opposite of what you think you're going to feel at the start of that taper. So it's important to know that, to know that even though you feel unfit, even though you feel like you have no idea how you're going to throw out an Ironman in a week and a half and exercise for 10 or 11 or 12 or 13 or 14 hours, it's normal to feel this way. It's common to feel this way. And as the next week and a half goes by, you'll slowly start to feel more and more and more recovered. So on your taper, drop your volume, keep your intensity, or even build some intensity in some cases, just to keep your mind aware that you are still an athlete, that you do still have the ability to put out that power and those paces that you need to put out next weekend. But know that, it's normal to feel tired, especially this week. And as next week goes on, you'll feel more and more rested and recovered, and you'll be ready to put down that Ironman come next Sunday morning. So those are my thoughts, my running thoughts of the day.